In a world growing smarter, stupidity gets more expensive. We don't chase con artists. We dissect the architecture of lies. Scams, fake platforms, empty promises. It all begins with an investigation. This is Scam Lab, where lies come to die. Into a reality that would make any comedy writer envious. Charles Smethurst, the British German with a charming smile and a supernatural talent for stealing money, has funneled your funds into an account in the Cayman Islands. While the historic castles stand silently, seemingly whispering, "Thanks for the funding, now enjoy your disappointment." In 2008, Charles Smethurst emerged, the man who combined British and German nationality with the uncanny ability to convince people that their dream of instant wealth was guaranteed. He first founded Dolphin Capital, then renamed it Dolphin Trust, and finally German Property Group, perhaps to sound more official, or maybe because changing names became his favorite hobby after pocketing investors' money. The company claimed it would purchase and renovate historic buildings across Germany, targeting foreign investors with investment offers filled with empty promises, fake tax benefits, exaggerated return estimates, and property guarantees that existed only on paper. The reality? Most projects never happened, and the funds danced between offshore accounts in a magical disappearing act. Including the Cayman Islands, while investors believed they were on the verge of owning luxurious castles. Between 15,000 and 25,000 investors from the UK, Ireland, South Korea, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Malaysia, all confident their investments were safe, discovered they were merely actors in a massive dark comedy. The retired employee who sold his car to invest, the family who sold their home for a share in historic castles, and the young investor dreaming of his first property project, all watched their money take a vacation to tropical islands while staring at their bank screens in shock and disbelief. The total sum swindled ranged between $1 billion and $3 billion, with declared losses around $800 million. But investigations suggest the real figure is far higher. Money flowed between accounts like stars in a slapstick film, each transfer appearing theatrically, with every victim mentally commenting, "Well, looks like I've lost everything again." The historic castles promised to investors were never built. Ornate architectural plans remained mere drawings on fancy paper, each gleaming as a symbol of shattered dreams. Presentation slides were filled with castles, towers, and elaborate gardens, all Photoshop fantasies. While investors muttered, "Will this castle hit the market soon, or is it just a desktop wallpaper?" Investigations began in 2020 after Charles declared the company bankrupt, opening with what seemed like a theatrical statement. "Sorry, friends, no money, no projects, just a big dream." He faced 27 counts of commercial fraud, but confessed to only 4, as if delivering a brief comedic interlude amidst the courtroom's seriousness. The trial was full of darkly ironic moments, judges staring, investors groaning, and Charles smiling in a way that said, "I've staged the greatest financial farce in history." The 4 former directors, a former employee, and even Charles's wife had roles in this performance. Every suspicious financial transfer was like a move on a black chessboard, each step showcasing Charles's genius in orchestrating financial chaos, while investors wondered, are we in a court of law or in a real-life comedy episode? After bankruptcy, some assets, including historic castles, were sold. Yet investors are left awaiting settlements for years, like an audience trapped in an endless dark comedy. Employees leave empty castles behind, investors watch their ruined dreams, and Charles perhaps contemplates behind bars with a sardonic smile. "I did it. And most importantly, I entertained everyone along the way." Verifying any investment, especially if it seems too good to be true, is not a luxury. It's a necessity. Otherwise, you risk becoming part of one of the most absurd dark comedies in European financial history, where castles remain, investors laugh through tears, and Charles endures as a symbol of true dark comedy. A living proof that human gullibility sometimes earns a brief smile, but its losses are long and real. Today, we've uncovered the con artist's tricks, but the game is far from over. At Scam Lab, we follow the lies with a sharp eye and a sarcastic smile. If you enjoyed the investigation, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and ring the bell, because knowledge is your best weapon against the scammers. See you in the next episode.